Hello, thank you for joining me for our first class for my May card class series. This month we're going to be using the Celebratory Sips Suite. So doing a quick run through of the products, and I'll only do this in the first video, we won't do it in the next ones. We've got the Cheers and Sips bundle, and having said that, we've got the bundle. My eyes have been giving me uphill for the last little bit, so I haven't used very much of stamping and dies. I've cheated and just cut out images from the DSP. But you've got, you know, it matches both glasses. You've got the umbrella. Not sure what those little flowery things are, but you've got leaves. I think that's mint leaf, celery, you know, your olive, your raspberry, orange or lemon, strawberry, ice cube. So you've got the dies that actually match all those stamps. And then this suite has some embossing folders. So we've got that one, which is supposed to be the top of a crystal glass, but I like it for all kinds of things, just even a pattern. It doesn't have to be the glass. And then this one, should maybe just put something behind it, see if that shows up better, has got this really lovely floral image on it. Now these are small embossing folders, so they will work in your mini cut and emboss machine, but you can make them work on bigger pieces as well. We've got the gold mesh ribbon, so pretty delicate ribbon, and the holographic dots that go in the suite as well. And then of course there's the designer series paper. Quick flip through. These are great for just cutting out the images, and that's what I've been doing. So you use a pre-printed one, just needs to be fussy cut, and you have a thing that's you can use for your glass. So you could stamp your glass over these, or just use them as splotches for a background. A floral one, another floral one, and this one's got your little bottles and little glasses, so those are all small, and it's got that jug of what I like to think is sangria. And then the reverse sides are your plainer pattern pieces. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using. The card that we're making today is this one, and I'm really not having a good day today. I've just realized that I haven't brought my trimmer with me, so hang fire because I definitely need that trimmer. Slight problem when I'm doing my lives in a different room to where I'm working. I can't just reach over and grab what I've forgotten to bring with me. Okay, so starting off, we've got our squares of DSP, and we're going to cut both of them in half diagonally. And I don't know that it makes any difference, but I just want to check that I'm actually cutting them both in the same direction. Okay, I don't know why I suddenly got into my head that I was worried that kind of the stars had to be going the same way. They don't really, because we're going to stick them onto the paper in different orientations anyway, but suddenly had a little neurotic moment over there. Now we've got our piece of Secret Sea, and don't know about anybody else, but I think that Secret Sea is very fast becoming my favorite new in color. Somebody said that it's very dark. It is dark, but I just think it goes with just about everything except for Night of Navy. It looks terrible with Night of Navy, so don't put it with Night of Navy, but it goes with all the other colors. Alright, so now we're going to just stick our triangles along the edges of the cardstock. And with this top and bottom one, the corners do poke over a little bit, which is fine. I'm just trying to get them maybe somewhat aligned, that they're the same, poking out on both edges. And we need two along the side as well. Oh, I decided that I had to be so fussy about having blue on the center because it is going to have something stuck over it, but oh well. Alright, now these two, the side ones, we just want to try and get them, and depending on how well you see, that gap there is similar or as close as we can get it to that gap, that they've got an even gap between them. Once you've got the first one, the second one is easier to put down because you just make the points meet up. And then, if I can find where I put a scissors, here we go. You're just going to trim off those four, I was going to say two on each edge, little points that were overhanging. Now, one of the in colors that works really well with the Secret Sea is Cloud Cover. And as I said, that I'm going, yeah, but actually Strawberry Slush works well, and Timid Tiger's pretty good, and you know, Darling Duckling blue and yellow go well together. So Secret Sea works well with all those in colors, but this one we're using Cloud Cover. And then these are cut from the Nested Essentials dies. So the Cloud Cover one is your largest Nested Essentials, and the basic white is the second largest Nested Essentials. And then, like I said, I've just cut some bits out of that DSP. So I landed up with one of the same but different images. And it really doesn't matter. You can choose whichever images you like from that DSP. But we're going to put... I just have to move this because it's doing my head in that it looks like it's crooked, and I just have to focus on one piece at a time and try and get that straight. And then this glass, this bottle's one that has, I don't know if that's an orange or a lemon sitting next to it, but that's okay. We can have a lemon with it. I just don't want it overhanging. Now, okay, I forgot to say this. Before I've stuck these on, I have actually gone and stuck my sentiments onto my my little rectangle, and there we go. There's my other glass stuck behind the orange, and then we're going to stick this onto my Cloud Cover rectangle. and that's going onto my card with dimensionals. And I'm not concerned about that, or it overlapping or anything in the center, because that's all going to get covered by our little sentiment bit over here. And then for my insert, I've kept this one really simple. All I've done is put a strip of that same DSP. So I really like the look of this card. That DSP just makes it look so wow, and it's another one of those that, although it looks like it's fairly complicated, once you get it down to its little steps, it's actually really easy to make. Alright, so that's our first card. I will be back next week with the next one. The tutorial for this one has been uploaded, so it's there for you if you want to make it. If you live in Australia and you would like the kit for these cards, so it'll be the 4 cards for the month in the kit for $20, just send me a message and I will get that off to you. The kit will have all the cardstock, the DSP that you need to make the cards, although I can't guarantee that you'll get the same little images to fussy cut, all the die cuts, a strip of the embellishments that we're using, the ribbon that you need for the card kit, and where I've used the embossing folder, I will emboss those pieces of cardstock for you as well. Okay. If you don't want to and you've got it yourself, then of course go ahead and make it. Post the cards that you've made because I would love to see them. And if you want this bundle and you go and you buy the bundle from our online store at Stampin' Up, I will put the links in for you when I'm done here. Then I will send you the kit for the 4 cards free as a thank you for that order. So, have a great week. I will be back next week, probably not on Sunday. I'm going to try for Thursday, but we'll see how I go, and to show you the next card that we're making. Until then, bye for now.